Hi Soapies, this week's video I'm going to do a quick run through of how I use my Masterbatch Lye. So this, hopefully you can see this, this is my soap recipe, so this is my Masterbatch blend. I do all of my recipes on Soapmaker 3. Of course, if you have any calculator, soap calculator like soapy.com or soapcalc.net, those are a couple that I have used and I actually really like. Any of those calculators will work. So here, this is how much sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide I need. So I have added those two numbers together to get the total amount of lye, because keep in mind I'm using Masterbatch Lye that I have already done the master calculation to get a 95 parts sodium hydroxide to 5% potassium hydroxide. I think I said that wrong. 95 parts sodium hydroxide to 5 parts potassium hydroxide. And then of course the calculator does your lye discount for you, so you don't need to do anything with that. It's already subtracted that from your totals. So the total amount of lye that I need is 283. I take that number times 2 because when I made my master batch mix, I did equal parts lye and water. So that gives me 578 grams of premix. So I take the total amount of lye, 289, and I subtract that from the additional water that I need, which is, so the additional water that I need is 443. That is minus the 200 grams of coconut milk that I am also adding to this particular soap as well. So normally my total water amount would be 643 minus 200 for the coconut milk gives me 443. So then minus the 289 for the water that's already in the lye solution leaves me with 154 grams of water. And so that's how much additional water I will be adding to my pre-mixed lye solution. Part of the reason that I don't do this total water amount as coconut milk is because I also add additives such as pink Himalayan salt and sodium citrate to my soaps, so I like to have some water content available for dissolving those ingredients. So that's why I don't do the full 354 grams of coconut milk to make up the rest of my lye solution. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to show you guys quick how to do this, and we can get back to our regularly scheduled soap videos. So remember, keep in mind when you're handling lye, even if it's already a pre-mixed lye solution, you do want to make sure you have gloves on, that you have your goggles on. At this point that our lye solution has been made, it should not be fuming. So this is my lye solution. You can see I label my containers with, if I can get it in frame here, I'm still figuring out how this works, you guys. So this is my lye solution. This is 1:1 mix. This is 95 sodium hydroxide to 5% potassium hydroxide, and I do also have silk in here. Mostly I write this information here to make sure that I use the right lye solution and that I also include silk in my recipe so that it gets counted in my soap ingredients when I do labeling. So I only have a little bit left in this jug, and then I have some more in this jug that we will be adding to our pitcher here. So this is my pitcher. So I'm going to go ahead and pour out my 154 grams of water, and I'm pouring this in first because I don't want to splash the lye. So it's easier to add the lye solution to the water and not get splashing back of lye solution. So then I will add the 578 grams of pre-mixed lye that we need. Now keep in mind, these quantities that I'm telling you that I need to use are specifically for my recipe. And the batch size that I am doing, so you will need to do math for your own use. but that's one nice thing about Masterbatch Lye at 50% or 1:1, is that you can adjust the lye solution strength in your recipes every time you make a different batch of soap. You can also adjust the quantities of additives such as coconut milk or, you know, buttermilk or goat milk. And typically milks I will add to my oils because I don't want my milks to scorch. Also, some milks that are higher in fat will actually start to saponify those fats from the milk. And so I don't want those chunks to be in my soap. It just makes it a little easier to blend in. Okay, and this is our lye solution. Of course, I'm going to be adding the sodium citrate and the extra fine pink Himalayan salt to this. When you see me stick blending it in videos, I stick blend for about a full minute to make sure that those two ingredients get incorporated well and have a chance to dissolve before they get added to my soap batter. So that is pretty much how you use a Masterbatch Lye solution. I hope this helped you guys. If you're looking for a faster and safer way to make soap using lye, that's it. Okay, see you guys later.